I looked up the 3 highest grossing, domestic grossing movies that they ever covered. Because if you look at the all-time domestic box office list, it skews so heavily towards, the last 20 years or so. But the 3 highest grossing films that Siskel and Ebert ever covered were the 9th biggest movie of all time, Titanic. And then
Right.
you'd have to go down to E.T. the Extraterrestrial, and the other one is Star Wars
Right. I was
77,
going to
which
say
they
for sure Star Wars would be in there.
and it looks like they covered. I watched the Siskel and Ebert segment from Star Wars 77. Looks like they covered it when there was a holiday re-release of the film. So those 3 films.
And
So I know
they
that
also reviewed the special edition when that came back out. I remember.
yes,
Remember that quite vividly. I don't know if that still counts for the purposes of our box office calculation here, but I remember that was. I mean, certainly those movies coming out were a big deal to me, and I do remember them reviewing it as well.
So those 3 films, they reviewed all of them. I know the answer to this, Clayton and Matt. You don't.
Okay.
How many thumbs went up amongst those 3 films? So there's 6 possible thumbs.
And it was Titanic, Star Wars, and what was the third one?
And E.T.
And E.T.
So are we supposed to guess who said thumbs up and thumbs down in this? Or
yes,
just
I mean, well, give me a total number of thumbs, and then obviously if you think there were thumbs down from, you could tell me who.
But are we ascribing them to Gene or Roger?
Yes. I'd love to hear that prediction. But of course there are 6 possible thumbs across these 3 films.
Okay, the Star Wars one is interesting because if they're doing the re-release, there's so much time between the original and that it could skew.
So you think they changed thumbs? Well, I'm basing it on
they changed
I'm basing it on the 77 review.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have definitive thumbs for the 77 review.
Definitive recommendations across.
Okay. Well, Matt, you're the expert here, but who would you like to go first with this guess?
I mean, I'm just going to say 6 thumbs up. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
Both thumbs. Okay.
So, Clayton, do you think there were any thumbs down amongst those 6 thumbs? Star Wars,
well, I
E.T.,
know.
Titanic.
Okay, so I know that Gene Siskel's one of his favorite movies was Saturday Night Fever.
Yes.
So he's more of a disco guy than a Star Wars guy.
Okay. Covered heavily in Matt's book, Opposable Thumbs. A lot of Gene Siskel, Saturday Night Fever anecdotes.
The whole saga of the suit.
That is true. That is, I do talk about the suit. Yes, that is in there.
Yeah. So Swifties, you will hear about the Saturday Night Fever suit and Gene Siskel.
Yep.
Okay. So I think Star Wars, I think there's 1 thumbs up.
Okay.
And I think oh God, this is hard. I think it's Roger.
Okay.
Titanic, I think it's 2 thumbs up.
Okay.
I just think they respect Cameron. And then what was the other movie?
E.T.
E.T. Oh, 2 thumbs up because it's Spielberg.
Okay. Matt nailed it, of course. The author of the book nailed it. 6, they loved all 3 of these movies. And interesting note on 2 of these, for Titanic in their review, they went gaga for Leo DiCaprio. Gene Siskel pegged him as a future huge star right off the bat. A little cold on Kate Winslet, actually. But they pegged Leo as going to be a big star. And in their Star Wars review, and Matt, if you want to talk to their outlook on blockbusters in the movie business, Gene Siskel did end his Star Wars review. He loved the movie, said it was a fantastic time, but he did plead to Hollywood, remember, we also need serious adult pictures. So Siskel and Ebert, they saw the future.